Well, good afternoon, guys. We are fresh on a trail. We can smell something baking in the heat today, and it's something that's not appetizing. It's no apple cobbler or cookies, but Journey and I, we're on the trail. So here we go. Here it is. Nice, fresh, stinky, that's gross, cow dung. So anyway, a few days ago we had some big storms come into the area. We had nearly 2 inches of rain dumped in a quick amount of time here on the hunting grounds. My parents that don't live too far away got the brunt of the storm. They had severe winds, a lot of tree damage. They had severe hail. I think it was closer to golf ball size, and it did it for a long period of time. So bad, when you went driving down the road, it looked like fall had come early. There was hardly any leaves left on the trees, and a significant amount of damage. I was blessed enough not to have that damage here on the hunting grounds, because I just knew it would demolish some of the stuff I've been working so hard for. But regardless, it got demolished anyway. So no one's at fault on this. You can't control the weather. God controls the storm. So you got to know that there's a bigger, more ultimate plan than what we can see right now. But as you guys know, with all my updates, we have been in the worst drought that I really remember in my lifetime. My food plots are a complete loss this year, other than some of the clover plots that barely made it through. We just have not had rain literally pretty much all spring or all summer. But as you can tell, my food plots are nothing but grass. I've kept them mowed down just because they're going to be easier to come in and spray and then plant the fall food plots. But we will have the best looking fall food plots that we've probably ever had on the property, because we won't be broadcasting over already existing plots. It's going to be nice, easy seed to get in contact with the soil, and it's just going to grow nice and thick. So we're going to have some awesome plots. But because of those storms that came in a few days ago, some trees had fallen down on some fence lines. Some cattle have escaped, and they wound up here on the hunting grounds. I checked this property and this area the night before. Literally, there was nothing in here. Halfway through the day, the next day, found them, and in a matter of half a day, the destruction is pretty devastating and pretty sad. I could have cried about the whole thing, but you got to know that there's just nothing that you can do about this situation. You got to know that there is a bigger plan, and regardless if my barrier systems look great or not, there's a bigger plan that's in process here, and it might honestly just come down to making it where I kill my biggest buck that I've ever killed here on the property. You never know. But I planted these barrier systems all the way around the perimeter of my food plots. You can see out here I actually broke up this large food plot with putting a barrier system across the middle, and they were looking great. They were on average 5 foot plus, and now you can tell on an average they're going to be 2 foot and under, some spots 3 foot. Here's one, here's a survivor. He's almost 5 foot there, but you can tell they have just been mowed down. They have literally come in here and looked like they took a weed eater to it, weed eated them all, and just sucked them up, because there is hardly anything left. Probably 70% of all this is gone. This is stuff that was the only thing I was really looking forward to this fall, just because it's the only thing that's had really grown all year. They're sorghums. They're a really heat hardy species. You guys know that I've been watering these. I have fertilized these, and they were looking good. They were going to shield my food plots from the human activity, from the shop and everything there. Down along this side down here, we got the road that leads to the back of the property, and I planted really thick through there so you can have great access in without bumping or spooking deer that are in this food plot. It just created a nice little buffer zone that deer are not going to really see you that well and not get spooked out of here. Well, you can now see the road through probably 75% of it. There is a little bit left right there in the middle that's tall, and in that area there's some really tall stuff. But like I said, no one's at fault. This is something that you cannot control, and I wanted to show you guys that things are real here on hunting grounds. I produce real vlogs, and we have real problems, and I imagine a huge majority of you have had something very similar to this happen on your food plot. Look at that dude right there. There were some of these in here. That thing's probably 7 foot plus tall right now, and you can see this was a huge stand. They've gotten in here, they've mowed down a good bit of it, mashed a lot of it down. Sad thing is, this stuff isn't going to grow much longer. It may be 2 more weeks and then it's done, so I'm not going to get much more height out of it. We will get a little bit of height, but not enough to really conceal us walking in. You can now see right through there very easily, whereas before you could drive through here on a wheeler or walk through here, you almost couldn't even see this food plot. But things happen, and I wanted to show you guys that we can relate to exactly what you guys are going through, because it happens, it seems like almost on a daily basis here, and I try to keep things real. And I also want to encourage you, when you have something like this happen, just know that there's a bigger plan out there. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't sit there and mope about it and cry about it, because I would like to do that, but everything happens for a reason. I really do truly believe that. We're going to come in here, regardless if we have these great barrier systems or not, we're going to come in here and have the best food plots that we're ever going to have for the fall. So I'm super excited about that. And you know, learned a lot on even planting these this year. Got in here with that big buck plow by Battle Armor. It did a great job working up soil. And we had Eagle Seeds barrier mix that we planted, and man, I was just super impressed with that. And you can guarantee that I want to be adding more of this every year to my property, and probably almost doubling the width of these. Even if I had doubled the width of these, it would have tolerated that browse from those cattle a lot better and spread them out. If I would have had food plots, they probably wouldn't even touched those. They would have been out here eating the entire time. But because we just don't have much of anything, this is the greenest and most lush stuff on the property. And they sawed it out, and they demolished it. Now, looking at this and everything else that's gone on the hunting grounds this year, it can be really easy to focus on the negative, on how much hundreds, if not thousands of dollars have been lost in seed and fuel costs and time and everything there. But it's something I just can't allow myself to do. We got to get in here, think on a positive note, and come back in, plant the best food plots, and get ready for deer season, because, you know, it's coming around really, really quick, even though this is a sad story. But anyway, just wanted to come to you guys, show you guys an update on that. Get ready for a ton of updates. We're fixing to do our fall food plots. We've got a lot of giveaways coming out. If you guys have not seen our deer hunting giveaway, somebody this season is going to win a deer hunt with myself here on the hunting grounds or on the Bear Hollow Ranch property, and it's going to be pretty phenomenal. And the link for that's going to be at the end of the YouTube video, so make sure to check that out, see how you can enter to win. So super excited about doing that. Really, really pumped about that. Pumped about all the giveaways that we got coming, so make sure that you guys have subscribed to us, and the more you comment, the more you thumbs up, the more that we can do. So make sure you guys do that. Comment down below on this video if you've ever had something similar or worse, because I know a lot of you have had a lot worse happen to your properties. It might have been from cattle, might have been from horses, might have been from everything else, but I love to hear those stories just so we can relate a little bit. So comment down below, give a big thumbs up, and guys, until next time, have a better than average day.